Welcome back to Yu-Gi-Oh! Reshef of Destruction.
Shut up,
Now
Mokuba.
we're in part 10.
Yeah,
but
thank you.
brother...
Oh, hi, Pegasus.
Congratulations for passing my test.
Ooh, Yugi boy.
So, Pedro, is it you who survived until the end? I, Sol Chevalsky, welcome you.
Sol Chevalsky.
Remember, it's his
Pegasus,
name.
stop this nonsense at once!
My
Maybe still
past means
believe-
nothing to me. I am no
Player.
longer Pegasus.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing with mind control.
I'm edgy Pegasus.
I am Sol Chevalsky.
Fuck you, white hair.
What kind of
Why
name
are
is
you
that?
acting like this?
We
It's
Elon's
not
role
too
play.
late. Return Reshef, the dark being, to its prison.
What? Why should I do that?
Because
For common sense.
When Reshef gains full power, it would create a wonderful world.
Sure.
Why can you not accept? Yeah, it's pretty obvious at this point that he's also possessed by the dark being. There you
He
go.
is under the spell of the dark being.
To complete the resurrection of Reshef the Dark Being, or maybe he's just fucking bonkers. Have you considered that a possibility?
Nah, he's possessed.
And Yugi Boy, the only duelist to have beaten me.
It's
Give
not
it some
here.
time, Pegasus.
Well, there was that.
What-
that well,
who's
there
Yugi?
was that American movie, but that doesn't count because it's not canon. There are no duelists left who can beat me.
Aside from our self-insert protagonist.
Therefore, you will lose. And I will sacrifice you to Reshef the Dark Being.
I forget. Tia, remind me. Oh, wait. He has the pieces of the Millennium Puzzle.
Come, the preparations have been made. We will duel, and you will taste defeat.
Yes, the stakes of war with a children's car game.
There is no choice. Please, Pedro. You must free Pegasus' spirit from Reshef.
All right.
Hey,
What you were asking, Java?
remind me, did Aster beat Pegasus in that duel they had?
Probably because, again, Pegasus' deck is still so antiquated
wait, which
by the
one-
time of GX.
Which one are you
Aster
talking?
Phoenix, Aster Phoenix, the guy with the
one
Destiny
guy-
Heroes.
One of the
Heck.
few guys who's actually managed to beat Jaden in a crushing
Oh,
defeat.
but remember, this is still before GX, so
I know. That's why I was making the joke, give it a few years. But I was wondering, has Aster beaten Pegasus? Did he beat Pegasus in that duel?
Oh god, he's still using two monsters, Jesus.
anyway,
Did anyone ever play those game, the Duel Monsters game?
Heck yeah!
I like
Duel
Duel.
Masters.
I
The,
li-
the Yu-Gi-Oh ripoff.
Oh no.
Oh, Duel
what?
Masters. Okay, yeah, I know what he's talking about. It basically,
Oh, that show.
back
yeah,
back
the
when
one
you
that is-
back when Yu-Gi-Oh was at the peak of its popularity, there were not. It wasn't. Of course, it wasn't nearly as much as the Pokemon ripoffs, but there were quite a few Yu-Gi-Oh ripoffs.
Card Fighters, a duel.
Yeah,
master.
Car Fighter
About-
Vanguard. Crowd Bullet from the SSMB actually showed me one of the episodes of Car Fighter. It's pretty much our Yu-Gi-Oh ripoff, but surprisingly, it seems a good one.
Duel
I mean,
Masters
the
is
body
also
seems
one.
really good.
Yeah, Duel
Okay,
Masters is
so
also
allow
sort
me.
of a
By the
Yu-Gi-Oh
way,
ripoff, but it's similar.
I might as well explain something. To be honest, you're probably wondering what's that white bar at the bottom that's never been in this playthrough up until this point. That's because unlike the rest of the playthrough, which was recorded on my Wii for the sake of convenience, I'm actually recording these two last parts on the Visual Boy Advance on my computer. Why, you ask? Because these two last duels are fucking cheap as fuck. Why? You might have noticed how many. Did you notice how many life points Pegasus has? 20,000 life points.
Yeah, how many
more-
do you have?
That's even more than in the real game.
Yeah.
But yeah, Pedro started off with 8,000.
Yeah.
From what I've heard, Malik, which is optional boss, is even worse.
You mean Merrick?
You know what
Yeah.
that means, right? That means that while I strike to get his life points down to 0, it's very easy for him to bring me down to 0 first. Because look, I mean, it's so unfair. It's so
So you-
unfair.
So you're using save state. Okay.
Cheats. Yes, I'm using cheats because if the game's
I
not,
also
if the game,
noticed
hey, if the game's not gonna play fair, why the fuck should I?
You seem to
Honestly,
be
I don't blame
using-
Pedro.
Yeah. You seem to be using save states as well because I noticed the jump cuts from frame to frame there.
Yeah. It's it's just one of basically I'm the only one here in the group that follows this logic and not for using cheats because when the game doesn't play fair, why the fuck should I?
Anyway.
To be fair, the anime does the same thing. Every time Yugi summons Yami, that's when he
Yeah, but that's the anime though. You should never bring that into a game.
I know.
That's why I that's why in the final part of Simpsons Hit and Run, I just use someone else's ending and video for the ending of the game because I could never beat the last level.
What? Ways to publicly admit that.
We don't really have any trouble admitting those things, honestly. We're fine.
Anyway,
As long as you credit the person.
Bye, Relinquish.
Wow, you actually took out Relinquish in the first shot.
Probably because Pegasus is a fucking moron and just placed him there in defense mode.
He didn't even use Relinquish's special ability.
Deji, one, I did give credit, and two,
Okay, that's good.
I've heard horror stories about how that level's impossible to beat anyway. So
Yeah, I've been told as well.
I'm still going. He's still at 12,000 life points.
Yeah. I should probably mention, audience,
sorry.
even if you use cheats, the boss is still gonna kick your butt a lot.
Oh wait, so are you supposed to lose?
No, you're not
No.
supposed to lose. You're supposed to win. That's the thing, Deji. You have to have an amazing deck, which I do. I actually have the best deck I can possibly have because I have all cards in the game. But the thing is, even if you have the best deck that's possible to have, his deck is actually really good. So it's still gonna be a big. It comes down to the life points, really. The life points is the big problem. Whereas if I get into a point where I have bad cards and can't really fight back, and if he happens to have a good one, like, he can take me down quite quickly because again I only have 8,000 and he has 20,000. It's do the math. He has like way more than double of my life points. Like probably, whatever. The point is,
He's got about, let's see.
The point is, this is cheap and stupid.
He's got about
Anyway.
125% of life.
Actually, I have a question because
Well,
you guys seem to
225%.
have played more these games. I actually did a very small research. Apparently, I found out that a lot of these Yu-Gi-Oh games, which tell separate stories, actually are in continuity with each other.
Yep.
Yes. Eternal Duelist
Not
of the
this one
Soul.
specifically.
No.
But, for example,
Well, actually,
PS1.
they are. Well, actually, I remember. Well, I should tell. This is a sequel. This game is a sequel to the Sacred Cards, which is also on Game Boy Advance, and uses the exact same gameplay engine. But I didn't play that one because that one is just the Battle City Tournament storyline told through the perspective of me, the protagonist, the silent protagonist.
Okay.
So who cares? Like, so might as well go straight for the original story, which is more interesting. But yes, it is true. Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories on the PS1, which is a game that actually takes place in ancient Egypt. That one has a sequel on the PS2 called The Eternal Duel. Well, it's not a sequel per se, it's more like a spiritual successor. It tells a completely different story because basically Eternal Duel Soul took an actual real historic event and applied Yu-Gi-Oh! Characters to it.
Okay, what the hell?
I'm not even kidding.
That's,
It's an actual real war that took place, except take away the war and replace it with card games.
Yeah, sure, why not?
There you go. For example, Forbidden Memories as the sequel, Duelist of the Roses.
That's it. That's it. You're right. Duels of Roses. I was speaking of Eternal
and
Duelist.
and
Okay.
that also has another sequel. In mid-November, there's the Falsebound Kingdom for GameCube, apparently.
Yeah, there was back in the day there was a PS2 exclusive game, an Xbox exclusive game, and a GameCube exclusive game. So that was kind of weird.
And apparently all of them were in continuity with each other or something.
Cool.
Alright, you made it.
Fucking hell!
So
how many
And I
times-
only gained one of that capacity. Only one.
How many tries did it take you, Pedro?
It took me quite a while. No.
No. Ding.
ding.
It can't be. Unbelievable. How could I lose with the power of Reshef?
Cheats, motherfucker.
Which is still a stupid name, by the way.
So what's gonna happen now?
One thing that I do like playing this game on the Visual Boy Advance is that you can actually see the frame rate drops that happen sometimes when there's a...
Reshef, the duckling! I command you to return to the stone tablet!
Yeah, knowing how
Or
Shizu is
YGO.
affecting, she's not gonna happen.
You'd think a Game Boy Advance would have flawless
Laser
frame rate, and yet it
rolls.
doesn't. Sometimes the frame rate actually will dip quite a bit, sometimes. Anyway.
Okay, now what?
What? What is happening? And now he's back to himself, of course. No! What happened to me?
Curious,
I have a
so,
stupid haircut!
Were you using the built-in recorder for this?
The built-in recorder of Visual Boy Advance, yes.
You
Well,
see
actually,
that
well,
final
actually, no,
nightmare?
never mind. I used OBS. Never mind.
Yeah. That's the reason why you don't have a perfect frame rate, because like, well, usually when you record this stuff, then yeah, it retains the frame rate even if you lag while recording, because
Do you have
basically the way
Windows
it's
10,
recorded-
Pedro?
Whatever. It still works.
It
Yeah,
did the
Windows 10,
job
you
it
could just
needed.
use
Yeah.
Blame the game for being cheap.
Reshef needs negative energy to initiate its final ritual.
Oh, great. Now we have to challenge the demon god into a children's card game.
The castle is sealed inside a protective spear. There is no escape from Reshef's final form ritual.
The final ritual of the ancients? Generic mythology.
Cetera.
Blah, 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 blah. Ancients ritual, blah, 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 blah.
Not really, more so Reshef using negative energy.
And there you go. That's Reshef.
Wow, you look so generic.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Lost Fal'Cie. Look at that thing. I can't even tell what the fuck I'm looking at.
It kinda looks like Solaris.
It's
Oh, yeah,
hopeless.
it does.
We're finished. Game over, man. Game over. All the duels that Pedro fought to get here. All the negative energies of the defeated duelists.
Seriously, it's our fault.
No.
Reshef has all their power. So apparently this thing feeds on the negative energy of the defeated duelists.
How original.
The
That
dark
does make
being
sense,
has
but yeah, like
risen.
you said, it's cliched.
We have no hope for defeating it. Don't worry. I have the
A
West's
complete
most powerful...
victory in a duel is needed to consummate the ritual.
That, of course, in order for the Dark Being to conquer the
Dark
world,
Being has
it needs to win a children's card game.
Of course.
This is getting beyond. At least you, Bella, was in human form.
What are you afraid of, Pete? Use my card and win.
Sure.
Oh, hi, Yugi. You were useless.
Pedro. Actually,
Kind
I'm
of
Yugi.
right,
I'm
Pedro.
playing. I'm playing
No, wait,
Yugi.
I'll be Joey because.
No, I'm Joey.
no, sorry, the Deji. The role's already been taken.
You're kinda late for the party.
Fuck you guys. I mean,
Well, Deji, that's kind of the thing in a nutshell. When you kind of come to the group late.
Huh? What the hell? Oh, the Millennium Puzzle.
What? Is this a miracle? It's fantastic.
The miracle did
Okay.
happen.
You have nothing to fear against Reshef.
Now
My
that
spirit
I'm
is
here-
united with all the duelists I faced,
Whatever the hell that means.
including yours, Pedro. So I'm just gonna stay here while you do my work for me. With all our souls united as one, the power of friendship will destroy the Dark Being. Take hold of the true duelist. Blah blah. I can't even use it to defeat the Dark Being.
This means nothing, right? You just need a
All of
powerful
us
card.
together. We'll destroy Reshef.
And by all of us together, they mean me.
With the Red Eyes Black Dragon and Dark Magician.
why does Dark
Come.
Magician so?
Come! I summon the Dark Magician!
Well, believe it or not, Deji, that's actually the first edition of the Dark Magician.
Yeah, the
yeah.
one that looks not ugly.
The sacred souls of duelists.
The proud and pure spirits of duelists have united! Oh, so they are gonna help
Also-
us.
Also,
Perhaps
really,
this-
Joy is considering it at the same tier as Yugi
No!
and Kaiba.
No, Pedro! Seal Reshef forever!
Well, he
But
did
why can't you do it?
Because
I
you're the
already-
protagonist here!
I already discussed about this, Joe.
It's
But
called
yes, sorry. Yes, Joey gets more powerful as the story goes on, but he's still way behind the top tier guys.
To be fair, though, in essence, technically a lot of their decks should be getting well known. They just
Except
get
some
draws.
specific combination like the Harpy deck, because that's cheap as fuck.
Out of curiosity, are you guys looking forward to the new movie?
Yes.
Yes, I.
Yeah. I'm seeing it in cinemas.
You know what's funny? We're getting.
Hey guys, question. Allow me to ask you. Allow me to you guys.
Wait. I think I got to. Wait, I think I know what your question
One
is.
at a time.
Why is it that Reshef doesn't have nearly as much health as Pegasus did?
Not
That's your question.
Not just that, Jova. Guess how many life points Reshef has?
8,000.
40,000 life points.
Oh.
40,000.
So while this battle's going on, Deji, what were you going to ask?
I said I find it funny how this year we're getting a Yu-Gi-Oh movie that goes back to the original series. We're getting a Pokemon movie that goes back to the original series. Dragon Ball is coming back in the West.
Well, there's also Dejimon
it was
Prime,
gone?
which is going back to the original
Wait.
series.
No, they mean no. They I think he means as in a new series.
One at a time.
We're finally getting Super here. Well, we got it 2 weeks ago, but
I have not.
Digimon Try.
I have not watched Dragon Ball Z so long. I'm so confused. It's like seriously, the last thing I watched was Z. Now I gotta catch up by seeing GT. Then
You don't
no, you don't.
Watch it, dude.
GT is not canon, Jova.
It's not canon.
I
and it's
know,
bad.
I know that, guys. But I want to watch it. The only thing I'm confused about is like, well, how did time change? Like, how is Goku not dead, or at least, well, he's not at the point where he has to come back as a kid?
Oh, you stop it.
Oh no!
When the show should have ended.
No. He mean that Z
No, it means the
explain.
final episode.
Oh, the
Super
final.
Super is set before the final episode, pretty much.
Yeah, basically, Super literally starts right after the defeat of Boo, before the 5-year time skip that took.
Oh, so you're saying that it takes place before the end of Dragon Ball Z?
Yes, basically.
Makes no sense when you think about it.
Not really, Deji. I mean, remember, there's a 5-year skip from the defeat of Boo till that final little couple of episodes where Goku fights Oob at the tournament. So Toriyama could pretty much just take advantage of that 5-year skip to use those 5 years to tell something else.
Then again, this also eliminates all, risk and danger because you know who's gonna survive.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all nice, but why didn't they, okay, if they wanted to do all that, why didn't they just pull an X-Men Days of Future Past the movie and just, have some sort of time-traveling venture to explain Super and then have it pick up on that?
Funny you mentioned that, Jova, because one of the arcs of Super involves a lot of time travel.
The thing is,
Confusing.
Here's the thing, Jova. The thing is, Jova, at this point, it makes no sense for Dragon Ball Super to be made for newcomer people who are not that, or at least don't have it, all the continuity memorized, because there's way too much continuity to make a new Dragon Ball series for newcomers. Super was made purely and exclusively for the fans who already know all of this.
Translation: Super was made to make more money.
I mean...
I happen to love Dragon Ball Super from what I've seen up until this point, thank you.
Well, just because it was made for money. He's not saying...
Nothing new for Shonen Jump, come on.
Okay. In Deji's defense, he didn't say it was bad, he just said it was made for money. I mean, being made for money doesn't automatically mean something has to be bad.
I am now...
Unless you talk about Resurrection of Frieza, because that
Okay, yeah, seriously, did they seriously bring back Frieza again?
Yes.
Well, it didn't take that much long.
Yes.
I'm actually really liking what they're doing.
Well, this is based on one of the movies. It's a very short story arc.
The thing, I actually got past. I think it's 28 episodes that I'm at right now. So I just started the actual original material made specifically for Super, and I'm really liking the new tournament that's gonna happen. So I'm really see where this is going.
Have you saw all the participants in the tournament so far?
No.
He's talking about the first tournament arc.
The last episode that I saw was the one where Gohan was originally asking to be in the tournament, but then he remembered that he had a college conference, so I can't go.
Yeah, Gohan is a bit useless in this new anime, sadly. But my point is, it's not really a spoiler or anything, but one of the funniest things about this tournament is that there is one of the fighters who is pretty much Toriyama drawing Winnie the Pooh. I'm not even kidding.
Okay then. So a question, Deji, you mentioned them bringing it west. Has Super not been dubbed yet or something?
I mean, it finally got dubbed this year. It premiered this
Even
year.
my country got it, and the dub is surprisingly really good. everyone who could be back.
Yeah,
I'm not surprised.
Funimation.
Funimation strikes again, and I can't wait to see what they've got since they're apparently also dubbing the Ace Attorney anime.
Well, the Funimation English dubs are always really good, so I'm guessing they always take their time to make sure the dub is good.
I think the better question is, why the hell did it take them so long to do the Boo Saga now, even though they said that it was done years ago?
I have no idea.
Are you talking about Super's Boo Saga? Because there was...
No, Dragon Ball Z Kai.
Question: Why Reshef's
hold on.
monster have way more attack power than yours?
Because
Did he use magic cards that buff them?
So, Deji, you're telling me that Dragon Ball Z Kai is still a thing today? Like, a new thing that's still...
Well, it technically ended, like, in Japan, but here, Funimation released the dub of the Boo Saga this month to coincide with Dragon Ball Super.
Why are they giving us Kai still? We have the original Dragon Ball Z series, thank you very much.
Thank
There
you.
were people who didn't like fillers, so
Anyway,
that's what
one thing
happened in the first place.
That was the same anime that turned him blue.
Anyway, trying to move this back into the duel. We're almost done. In fact, the finale is basically just the ending and credits.
Huh.
Well, you seem to be doing a better job with this guy, despite the increased...
Jova, you're literally saying that as Reshef has all the amount field and, Pedro has barely anything.
I meant beforehand. And to be fair, he had to summon them, so he wasn't able to attack him just yet.
The only reason he's not attacking me is because I use the Swords of Revealing Light.
Oh, right.
Precisely.
But
Yes, he has the Egyptian god cards. Fairness? What the fuck is that shit?
Oh, you lost. Or maybe not.
Safe state.
Maybe if he didn't have a grotesque number of life points, this could have been possibly a fair fight. But hey, what do I know?
It's okay, guys. We've got the ultimate time traveling power known as save states, so we can try and redo this to get a better future.
It's okay for you, but what about for the actual characters in the game?
There you go, guys. Literally, I had to have Reshef draw every card from his deck so I could win.
You actually won by exhaustion.
Yes.
It barely happens in any Yu-Gi-Oh game.
Oh, weird place to end the part, but is the ending that long?
The ending is like, let me see how long the ending is.
Wait, is that a rule where you have if you run out of cards, you lose?
If you can run out of cards, you lose automatically.
Yeah, the ending is 30 minutes because the credits are excruciatingly long.
At least it's not 4 hours.
There is a time, I think in 5Ds, when this actually almost happens, but you say finds a way to subvert the situation, but I forgot.
Alright,
Anyway,
so
see you for the finale, I guess.
See you for the finale.